beautiful, retro, it's Rusty Wallace. Here is Brad KESELOWSKI's 2019 Miller Darlington Throwback Ford Mustang. Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. Today's car is going to be Brad KESELOWSKI's 2019 Darlington Throwback, and once again, Rusty Wallace, well, his legacy in the Miller machine continues to live on in South Carolina. This is a paint scheme that goes back to the mid-90s Rusty Wallace car, and it's beautiful, man. This is such a unique paint scheme. I mean, you got the yellow numbers with the red outlining, which always looks good. You got kind of like a red and blue kind of fade, and you have like a sharp yellow trim and kind of bottom stripe. The main color for the car is all black, and it's just a very sharp looking paint scheme. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box and get a closer look at this Ford Mustang. Alrighty folks, brand new out of the package, and I will say though, I did a little scrape here, unfortunately. I was trying to get the base chipped off, right? I took a pair of pliers and I cracked it very carefully. Well, this one, instead of cracking down the middle, it just cracked along the edges, so I was having to really like ease the pliers in there to kind of just like pry it out and crack it. But I did kind of scrape that up. I probably could touch it up with some paint, but so if there's any scrapes around the bottom, that's probably because of a piece of plastic. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dig into this review. So over here on the nose, you got the vintage mid-90s Miller logo there. You got the eagle right there. I mean, just red outlining, white lettering, you know, yellow and white eagle there. You got Pennzoil. I like how Pennzoil allows them to just use with their white lettering there. You got Ford. I mean, I'm just saying, man, but that just screams vintage NASCAR. Just seeing that yellow number 2 and black and yellow just looks amazing. Then over here on the nose, you got, I mean, this is fantastic right here. Yellow Mustang writing. I love that. Just beautiful. This headlight, though, is just, what in the world is going on this end? I mean, wow. That headlight is just all destroyed right there, unfortunately. This side looks pretty sharp, but this one looks like it got kicked in the nose. Wow. So over on the side, you got Mechanics Wear, Lincoln Welders, Sunoco. Kind of like a very fine kind of yellow line here with the stripe with the red and blue kind of meat. The whole splitter, though, is all black, as well as the main paint job. And I gotta admit, man, it just looks really good on the Penske number 2. You do see some air bubbling there, unfortunately, and the grill. You can kind of see some little bit of air bubbling along the top here, but nonetheless, a very cool looking front end, man. Wow. Over here to the left side, you got Brad KESELOWSKI on the name banner here. You got 3 race win stickers. You have one for Atlanta, Martinsville, and Kansas, because this was ran in September. So you have your 3 race win stickers there. You got Auto Trader, SKF, Ford, Pennzoil. Don't know what that one is there. PPG, Mazak, and Safety Clean. Miller. You have like this kind of like retro 90s looking red and blue, kind of like, I would say, a fade. It almost kind of look like a torn flag in a way. Yellow and red number 2, beautiful. You got Miller Lite here. You got Alliance Truck Parts, Snap-on. And you can kind of notice how the red little stripe here that's above the bottom layer, how there's no line here, because it's like it fades up and then the line starts again here. That's really cool attention to detail. You don't see the red line at the bottom here. I like that. That's a nice effect. Of course, you got NASCAR Race Car, NASCAR Heat 4.TV. Of course, I'm not a fan of that logo, but I mean, I guess it's better than just having a blank space. Goodyear. And of course, you have the vintage Goodyear number 1 logos on the tires. Very sharp looking paint scheme, I might add. So over here on the back end of the car, you gotta have the yellow kind of stripe on the bottom. It looks pretty sharp here. It kind of raises up a little bit to match the back bumper of the Ford Mustang. You do see a little bit of an inconsistent striping here and some air pockets. I do think the scrape down here is from the tooling, though. It might be from the plastic breaking off, because trying to drill it out is a pain, I will say. Genuine Draft, Miller Lite, Ford Mustang. And notice in 2020, at least for the Kevin Harvick Busch diecast, the license plate doesn't have a red tag there. It has a green tag. I don't know why. I don't know if that's optional, but that's something they'll have for the 2020 diecasts, it appears. and just the gloss black on the back end of the car here. Just beautiful, man. I mean, just look at the shine. Wow. And then over here to the right side of the car, first thing I see is, oh my god, what the heck's going on with the name banner here? So the Brad Keselowski joints all the way back here with the B post. The B post decals kind of cut off in a way. You got a what is this? A gold nugget down here on the side skirt. I mean, imagine that. Once again, these little spots are here probably from the tooling, but would not be surprised. Like this right here, I know that's from Lionel. That's Lionel's issue right there. This could be from the plastic breaking off, but there's really no other way to get these things off without having to take a drill and literally drill through the screws. And let me tell you, I've tried it, and it is almost impossible to do, at least for me. You'd probably need a legit industrial drill press to get through it. You got NASCAR race car. Of course, you got tune in NASCAR Heat 4.tv. I don't even know if the NASCAR Heat Pro League is coming back for NH5. I don't know. I don't even know if they're making NASCAR Heat 5. I'm assuming they are. Goodyear. Just beautiful blue and red. It's a bright blue and red. You know, it's not something kind of like dark and kind of like how the normal Miller Lite blue is, kind of like a navy. No, it's definitely a more contrast heavy blue, and I like that. Of course, you got your 3 race win stickers, and Brad Keselowski won the Southern 500 in 2018, but in 2019 it was none other than Erik Jones winning that race. And to be honest with you, I'm curious to see if they're going to make that diecast or not. I have a hunch they're not. I mean, absolutely, would I love to see the Erik Jones Darlington throwback be made? Absolutely. Do I think it should be? Absolutely. I mean, there's so many race-to-win diecasts from 2019. Alex Bowman's first win, that should be an easy one. The Daytona 500, Denny Hamlin, that should be made. As far as I'm concerned, if they can make the Michael Annett Daytona win, they got to make the Austin Hill Daytona win. So that's another one that should be made. The Kyle Busch 200th victory, that should have been made in Authentics. You know, this is my problem. And I know this is a little bit off topic, but the 200th win for Kyle Busch, they made it in the Gold Series, but when you buy the diecast, it's pretty much an Auto Club win, right? If you put it in Authentics, then you can put a card that goes with it, and it shows every single statistic of why that race was so significant to Kyle Busch with his 200th NASCAR National Series win. If you get in the Gold Series box, you don't really get to see any of that. That's what irks me so much about Lionel Racing, is some of their decisions. Over here to the roof, once again, you got the number 2, and in this one, you know, it's a little bit wonky jaw because it's not centered in the middle, which bothers me. There's luckily no roof flap sponsorship, which is a Penske trademark. So if they could get that moved up to the middle, that'd be great. Once again, you know, no Monster Energy Cup banners. Brad Keselowski on the name rail, and Worth on the decklet. And look, if you're new around here to Diecastbuffet and you haven't hit that subscribe button down below, one thing I will say is that I'm obsessed with Keselowski's 2019 Worth paint scheme, man. I have the 124, I got the 164. I'm hoping to find the 164 in the Authentics line. I got the Gold Series. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll make a Kansas raced version. I doubt it, but who knows? Well, folks, that is it for today's review. Let me know what y'all think about this 2019 Rusty Wallace Brad Keselowski Darlington throwback. This is a beautiful machine right here, man. This is a beautiful machine to the good old days of stock car racing in the 90s, man. Beautiful paint scheme. Is it better than last year's? To be 100% honest with you, I think so. Look, the Ford Fusion mold is but the paint scheme for this, in my opinion, is better. Something about it, it just pops more to me. I think it's better than last year's, which, you know, that might not be for everyone, but that's still a fantastic looking race car, man. And also, if you want to see some more NASCAR Diecast reviews, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I got some really cool stuff coming up on the channel tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to have, check this out, folks, check this out. Boom! Chase Elliott Napa air filters. This diecast will be reviewed tomorrow on Wednesday. Then Thursday, we're going to have the Kevin Harvick Busch Big Buck Hunter Ford Mustang. So that is a whole bunch of new releases we are covering on Diecastbuffet. And if you missed yesterday's episode, it was the Chase Elliott Give a Hoot diecast. I'll have a link to that in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and of course, drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about this beautiful diecast. With all that being said, guys, hope you're having a great one. Diecastbuffet, signing off.